Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Wins 5-3. Wins 5-3.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Brad Nordman now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And some room to work. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down, Wentz. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
82, 82.
Wentz now on first down. And Cook has it, left side. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Raiders have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Wiggles free. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Lion.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Run.
On second down, here's Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Letting one go deep for the... And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Allen to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Watch him now, Barney!
This is Howard on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Detroit! Gone!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking for the end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Shorty. Let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Run.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Black. Here we go. Waiting. That's it.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Leopard!
They pitch out to Howard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Gun! Over!
On the handoff, this is Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Watch him now, Barney!
A give to Howard. And now running right through it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordan Howard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 14-10. back out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Good work, able to haul it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now Howard, and an alley to run. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Bullock will put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Detroit!
Three down. Hey, check. 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Single. Kill. Turn up.
Hot! Gone! Hot!
Now Allen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll get this up to about the 40. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. He hits White, complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Allen. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
4 down, check.
Hot. Over. Hot.
Running with Howard. Broken tackle. And some room to roam now. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They run with Howard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, That'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Shorty, shorty, shorty. Let's go. 20.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Lion.
From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Great.
Wentz. And the Raiders have got him. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
They go with Howard again. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Wentz to throw on second down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Wentz gonna throw. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
81, 81. Here we go, 120. Black, come on. Here, sit. Lion. Great.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the toss play, Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
82.
Wentz now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz will try again on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Shorty.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And complete right side to Cook. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Run, run. 82, 82.
Throwing his Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. The 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Oh, yeah!
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd and 5. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Good chip. There we go. There we go. Waiting. There's Lynn. Shorty.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Trey 15. Black, come on.
They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Trying the right side with Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Howard. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Raiders on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 60 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.